Welcome to section 8.1, day 2, adding and subtracting polynomials. We add polynomials by adding like terms. All right, so we can add or subtract polynomials either horizontally or vertically. It is up to you how you do it. The first one is horizontal. And what we do is we look at our terms and try to find like terms between the two parentheses. And this one we have addition. So we're going to add them together. We have 15x cubed plus 14x cubed. 15 plus 14 is 29x cubed. We have 40x squared, and we have a negative or plus a negative x squared. So 40x squared plus a negative x squared is 32x squareds. Then we have a 3x plus a 7x, and we get 10x, so plus 10x. And lastly, we're going to take the 8 plus a negative 4, so 8 minus 4, which is plus 4. And this is my combined, added together polynomial. And if we would have to name this, we would call it a cubic polynomial. Since it has 4 terms, we don't have a special name for 4 terms. But it is a cubic because the highest exponent is 3. We could also add them vertically if you want. You can stack them. And when you stack them, make sure the like terms are on top of each other. So here we have 12m squared and a negative 7m squared. When we add them together, we get 5m squareds. We have negative 2m plus 3m. We get m. We have negative 3 minus 1, we get negative 4. So when you do this vertically, make sure like terms are stacked on top of each other. And if you need to leave gaps because there's not one of every type of term, leave gaps. Make sure they're stacked on top of each other. And this one, if we had to name it, would be a quadratic trinomial. When you subtract polynomials, be careful to subtract each monomial of the second one. And there are 2 ways to do this. You can keep in your head that there's a minus sign and say 6x cubed minus 5x cubed. That is one way to do it. But what I find is most people will have troubles doing this. So I suggest is that you distribute the negative sign into the second parentheses. This is like having a negative 1 out here, and we're going to distribute that in. So when we do this, the first polynomial we just write without the parentheses. So we have 6x cubed minus 2x squared plus 3x minus 7. And then we're going to bring this negative 1 into the 5x cubed. We get negative 5x cubed. We have negative 1 times negative 7. We get a positive 7x. Negative 1 times negative 6 is a positive 6. Now we go through and combine our like terms. We have a 6x cubed and a minus 5x cubed. We're left with 1x cubed. We have negative 2x squared. Notice there is no x squared term in the second grouping, so we just have negative 2x squareds. We have a 3x and a 7x. That means we have a positive 10x. We have negative 7 plus 6, which is negative 1. This is my combined polynomial. We've subtracted the second one from the first one, and we are left with x cubed minus 2x squared plus 10x minus 1. I strongly suggest you distribute the negative sign in. Otherwise, it's very easy to forget that we're subtracting that whole thing off. You could do it, like I said, 6x cubed minus 5x cubed to get the x cubed. Then the negative 2x squared, since there isn't another one, you have negative 2x squared. And then 3x minus a minus 7x, which is 3x plus 7x, to get the 10x. I do suggest that you distribute the negative 1. All right, so we have the perimeter of a trapezoid is 15x plus 3. Find an expression for the length of the fourth side. Well, we know the entire perimeter is 15x plus 3. So we know that 15x plus 3 is going to add up to the total. So if we subtract off what we have here, we will get the missing side. So 15x plus 3 minus these other 3 all added together. And that will give us this question mark side that we don't know. So we have a 7x minus 5. We have a plus 3x and plus 2x plus 7. So we're going to add the three sides that we're given and subtract that from the total perimeter. So I'm going to combine stuff inside the parentheses. So 15x plus 3. We have a 7x, a 3x, and a 5x. We add them together, we get 12x. We have a negative 5 and a 7, so we have a positive 2 in here. Then we are going to subtract off this second polynomial. So I'm going to distribute my negative 1 in. Like I say in previous, you don't have to, but I do suggest you do. And when you take that negative in, we get negative 12x. Take the negative to the 2, we get minus 2. And when we combine these, we get 15x minus 12x, which is 3x. 3 minus 2, which is a positive 1. This is my missing side. 3x plus 1. That is what you'll be doing today, adding and subtracting polynomials. All right, that is all for 8.1 day 2, adding and subtracting polynomials. I strongly suggest when you have subtraction that you distribute the negative into the parentheses. It will prevent you from making sign errors, in my opinion. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.